I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
And welcome to the nightcap here at Bill Vining Arena. Earlier we saw a close contest between the women's teams of Southern Arkansas and Ouachita. Now it's time for the men's teams to take the court. Both teams sitting 0-2 in conference play so far, looking for their first win in the GAC as the Mule Riders come to Arkadelphia for this Great American Conference matchup. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Chris Babb. And we are excited to bring you some more basketball action here live from the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. And Chris, you look at this matchup now, and you've got this Ouachita team with some higher expectations than in past years, starting off pretty well in non-conference play, and then they start off 0-2 in conference play. So how crucial is this first win for them?
I think it's big if you want to get your first conference win, but I also think you can't put too much weight into the third game of the conference season. I think over the course of the 22-game schedule, it's a marathon, and so you have to be able to. Coach Nutt is going to be trending the right direction here in the second week, but you also can't put all your eggs in Game 3 or Game 4. On the other hand, you do want to get a win. You want to kind of get that first conference win to kind of change the trajectory of where your conference was going after the first two games in Oklahoma last week.
And the last time out for this Ouachita team, they went up to Little Rock and faced off against the Division I Little Rock Trojans. That one finished with a score of 80-57 in favor of the home team. But that last conference matchup was a game to watch, a game in Durant, Oklahoma, where Ouachita just nearly came up short against the Savage Storm, and now hoping to get that first conference win against Southern Arkansas. What is going to be the key in this one if they want to take the W?
Well, I think you're going to have to get off to a good start. You're going to play against a Southern Arkansas team that's also looking for, success in the conference. First-year head coach Mark Rutledge trying to build the program there at Southern Arkansas. Ouachita has a lot of new players in the lineup. If you watch this Ouachita team over the last few weeks, the first first month of the season, there's lots of new. There are some familiar faces: Gavin Snyder, Reggie Martin, MJ Leslie. But the contributors, most of whom are new. And so the sooner they can get in a rhythm, and I think that happens tonight. They've played well here at Bill Vining Arena. They've had some high-scoring games. Obviously, a couple of those opponents were not Division II opponents, but you go back to the Delta State game, that was a very solid win for Ouachita against a team like Delta State that defeated UAM. So I think if you want to get off to a quick start, get into a rhythm offensively.
And the player to watch right now for the home team has to be Hobart Grayson. The transfer from Holmes Community College has quickly made himself known in the Great American Conference. He's taken home 2 Defensive Player of the Weeks in this conference this season and 1 Offensive Player of the Week. Grayson, a player that can get it done just about anywhere on the court. What does his production mean to this team, and how does SAU guard that?
Well, 24 points and 12.4 rebounds a game for Hobart Grayson. We saw Hobart Grayson against Dallas Christian, had 26 points, 18 rebounds. So that's an impressive feat. It was Dallas Christian. Then he came out and had 33 and 13 against Delta State. Or maybe I got my games mixed up, but still, it was a double-double, 33 and 13 against Delta State, a Division II opponent. Hobart Grayson has kind of been the spoke in the middle of this wheel that kind of makes the Tiger offense go, and they go through Hobart Grayson. What you like to see, he's good from outside, he's good from inside, and he's good from mid-range offensively.
And then looking over at SAU, you've got that duo of B.J. Davis and Rashad Bishop holding down Bishop holding down the paint and then B.J. Davis being a solid guard. What have you seen from them, and how do you expect them to play tonight?
Well, averaging 80 points per game, giving up 73. So averaging 80 points a game, they have a plus 7.1 scoring margin. So they like to get up and down the floor, like to put the ball in the basket and make things happen. Coach Rutledge likes to get up and down the floor. Coach Rutledge was an assistant coach at Henderson State a few years ago before he went out to Angelo State as an assistant coach and then a head coach for 1 year. So he's new as a head coach in the conference, but I think Coach Nutt will and his staff understand what Southern Arkansas is going to try to do. 80 points a game says they're going to try to run.
Welcome to Bill Vining Arena for tonight's great American Conference contest, featuring the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas University against your Ouachita Tigers. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. Senior guard from Nashville, Tennessee, number 1, B.J. Davis. Senior forward from Los Angeles, California, number 3, Chris Cook. Senior forward from Natchitoches, Louisiana, number 10, Christian Caldwell. Sophomore guard from Magnolia, Arkansas, number 15, Navy Tell. And senior guard from Four Oaks, North Carolina, number 23, Carell Ray Jr. The head coach of the Mule Riders is Mark Rutledge. The assistant coaches are Justin Tuzik, Blake Rogers, and Kendrick Washington. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Junior guard from Houston, Texas, number 2, P.J. Neal. Junior forward from Gonzales, Louisiana, number 5, Hobart Grayson. Junior forward from Terrell, Texas, number 21, Devin Franklin. Senior guard from Little Elm, Texas, number 4, M.J. Leslie. And graduate guard from St. Louis, Missouri, number 22, Sean Williams. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Dennis Nutt. The assistant coaches are Levin Thornton and Rashard Stringfield.
And following those starting lineups, we're just a couple seconds away from game time. And Chris, we're in for a high-scoring affair tonight. Both of these teams high-scoring, but also able to shoot from anywhere on the court.
Yeah, we mentioned Southern Arkansas averaging 80.3 points per game. Ouachita comes into the game averaging 91. Now, obviously, you have the two outliers, the 130, but also the other 100-plus victory. Sorry about that. We got our wireless mic turned off over on the table, and now we're ready to rock and roll. That was loud in your ears, too. I could tell by the jump, Isaac.
Had my sound up just a little too much.
I'm a steely veteran. I just sat here and took it.
He talked right through that. So, congratulations to Chris. But as this game starts out, both teams playing quickly. Ouachita trying to get the first points on the first possession. Shot clock ticking down. Grayson with the mid-range shot, and that one finds the bottom of the net.
Good offensive set for Ouachita. Patient in the shot clock. Southern Arkansas pushed and pressed and really tried to extend defensively. Hobart Grayson, nice mid-range jumper that we talked about in the pregame.
Navy Tell, he's got the ball. B.J. Davis, he's the leading scorer for the Mule Riders. And the hook shot by Ray Jr. is no good.
It's going to be fun to watch that matchup of Ray and Hobart Grayson. You think Ray is going to be able to have a little bit of size advantage thickness-wise down low, but you'd like to think that Hobart Grayson is going to be able to have a pretty good chance to make a move.
And good look on the pass there from Sean Williams, but just unable to get it to the hands of Devin Franklin. And the ball's going to go the other way.
Navy Tell, the sophomore point guard from right there in Magnolia, a member of Magnolia High School state championship teams, had a lot of success in high school, I know Southern Arkansas fans were glad to see him stay at home.
And Ray with the shot, no good. Navy Tell skies for the rebound, but Sean Williams able to get on top of it. Grayson going inside, looking for the foul, but it's going to go back towards the Mule Riders. Only one shot has found the bottom of the net in this contest so far as we just reach 2 minutes played so far. And that one rolls around and out for Christian Caldwell. Tigers lead 2-0, just under 2 minutes gone in this first half. Leslie, he's got Franklin. Pull up from mid-range off the back of the rim.
Boy, Hobart Grayson still kept that one alive, battling against two Mule Riders. Franklin also has given Ouachita a spark. I know that he'd like to give a little more, and good-looking jumper there, just couldn't quite get it to roll.
Cook, and the drive no good. Hobart Grayson now 2-on-2. And Grayson from end to end finds a way to get the layup to go, and now the Tigers jump out to a quick 4-0 lead. Caldwell hands it off to Tell. Ray with the corner three, and that one bounces out.
Nice hustle that time from Christian Caldwell, the senior from Natchitoches, Louisiana. Transfers from Bossier Parish, tried to get that to offensive rebound. You know, Ray has shown that he's not afraid to shoot it from inside or outside himself, trying to go mano-a-mano with Hobart Grayson.
Substitution for the Mule Riders, the first of the game for both teams. Rashad Bishop is going to find his first minutes in this one here.
Having a little trouble with our score bug for those at home. We'll try to keep you updated as the score and time until we can get that solved.
Whistle blown.
Yeah, they got illegal screen on Sean Williams there on the far side. It was away from the play on the backside wing, but official Brad Gaston saw him, and now he's explaining when he said you stepped out and made contact and wasn't standing still.
Here's Jaron Harris. He's got the ball for the first time today. Bishop, he's guarded by Franklin. BJ Davis, mid-range pull-up, and that one gives the Mule Riders their first score of today. Tigers still lead 4-2. Devin Franklin signaling that he's wide open. Over to Grayson. Fader over Ray. And that one's no good. Bounces out off the right side.
Yeah, Franklin just for a second had a spot there as Bishop fell, but couldn't quite get it into him fast enough. Another rebound from Grayson.
PJ Neal taking it. He's got Leslie open in the corner. That one no good. BJ Davis, he's looking. And nice look inside to Bishop, but it's going to go off the foot of a Ouachita player.
Yeah, that's going to go to Southern Arkansas. The baseline official said, I need help. And Caleb Michelle over here said blue basketball, so it'll stay on that end.
Ouachita leads 4-2 after the first media timeout. We'll be right back with you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
Ouachita leads 4-2 after the first media timeout here at Bill Vining Arena.
Really fast-paced in that first 4 minutes and 17 seconds without having a whole lot of scoring. Coach Dennis Nutt trying to get his guys going. Coach Mark Rutledge, you see there in the middle of that huddle. Here's a trivia question for you. Coach Mark Rutledge's wife, Monica Rutledge, where did she play college basketball to end her career?
Chris, I'm going to be honest, I'm not too sure with that one.
Ouachita Baptist University. Monica Williams, her brother Belford, played for the Tigers. Monica finished her career playing. I talked to Coach Rutledge before. She's back home at Magnolia watching. So, Monica, good to see your husband tonight. And I told him I hope he loses by this game by 1 or more points. But rest of the season, good luck.
And in that timeout, you see Rollin Belton taking the court for the first time. But that three is good to go for Tyler Poindexter in his first action tonight.
Yeah, good-looking set out of the inbounds play for Southern Arkansas to get that first three-pointer from either team.
Mule Riders take the lead with that shot. They lead 5-4. Sean Williams, he's got Grayson open in the corner. And Hobart Grayson unable to get that three to go.
Rollin Belton into the game for Ouachita to try to give the Tigers a little bit more size, length against Rashad Bishop, 6'8", 200. Belton around 6'8" as well.
Takes it inside, B.J. Davis. He gets the floater to go over Leslie. Mule Riders now on a bit of a run. Ouachita hoping to end that here. MJ Leslie right side. He's guarded by B.J. Davis. Sean Williams pull up. And with two defenders on him, Sean Williams gets the mid-range shot to go on the left side.
Good to see Sean get going offensively. Like to see him be able to get in a rhythm. If he and Hobart Grayson can get going in the same game, that'd be good for Coach Nutt. But on the other hand, Coach Nutt sure would like to see him get out and contest that corner three a little bit more.
And Anthony Igede able to knock down the corner three and immediately respond to Williams' mid-range make. Neal, he's got Williams. Williams a fader again, and that one's true from the right side elbow.
Yeah, good-looking fadeaway jumper from about 18 feet there from Williams. Love to see him get going offensively. As we mentioned, after that last possession, 2 in a row for Williams.
Sean Williams against Little Rock was a big reason why that game did not get out of hand too early in that second half. He was able to put the Tigers on a decent scoring run, making 3 3-pointers in a row in that second half to keep them in the game before finally allowing the Trojans to take the win.
P.J. Neal called for that whistle for that foul on the drive by Anthony Igede. Little size advantage there. Igede standing at 6'5". Neal listed at 6'3". Just kind of drove him down and was able to draw the foul.
Substitutions for Ouachita coming into the game. That's number 3, Reggie Martin, and then for the first time tonight also, sophomore Gavin Snyder with his first time out. Ouachita down now. Mule Riders leading 12-8. Just under 13.5 minutes left in this first half. Sean Williams. Step back, falling to the floor is the defender, and he finds the bottom of the net. Williams, he's got 7 off a hot start from mid-range, and then right there gets his first 3 to go.
The last 3 possessions have been Sean Williams.
Sean Williams right now alone is on a 7-2 run with the Mule Riders.
Nice flash and hedge by Hobart Grayson to switch there with him and Williams. Yeah, now they're going to get Williams reaching in on Igede. Kind of, he let him land, and we saw in the women's game, and I saw you, heard you mention that. You've got to let the shooter land, but you also, when you contest, you can't go through, and I think Williams got a little bit too much of the arm of the shooter.
And we're going to see the elusive 3 shots from the line, as Igede is going to be shooting 3, 4, and 5 from the stripe tonight. The sophomore out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, has started off pretty well so far. Right now, he's up to 6 points in this game. 3 of those have been from the field, and now the remaining 4 have come from the line, hoping to get 5 from the line with a make here. And that one's good, and right now, Anthony Igede finding all his production from the free throw line.
15-11 Southern Arkansas now, still trying to figure out our score bug in the truck, so we'll try to remember that you might as well be watching this one on the radio since you can't see the score. Nice take by Sean Williams. That's 9 in a row, Isaac. 9 in a row from Isaac, from definitely not Isaac, from Sean Williams. Really has kept Ouachita in this, 15-13 now.
What do you mean? I think I could do that.
No.
No good off the backboard, and Hobart Grayson going down the court quickly. The Euro step, and the shot is good. Hobart Grayson going to the line for one more as that one counts.
That's a strong take by Grayson. The defense tried to get back and draw the charge, just didn't quite get in guarding position. Grayson was able to draw the contact and then still be able to get the shot to go. It's a supremely athletic move there from Hobart Grayson. He has 8 points now. He and Williams have, excuse me, that math wasn't mathing. 9 and 6. I was looking 8 and 8. They have 16 of the 15 points. They have all 15 of Ouachita's points so far. Sean Williams with 9 and Hobart Grayson with 6.
Well, speaking of Williams, he heads to the bench with those 2 fouls as P.J. Neal in for him. On the break, here's the Mule Riders, and that one rolls in. That time it was Chris Cook getting his first shot from the floor to go.
Yeah, Cook got behind the Ouachita defense in transition, and then the Tigers are having to play catch-up from behind and just couldn't quite get things going.
Snyder trapped in the corner. Good pass out to P.J. Neal, though, to evade danger. Hobart Grayson, that one rolls out.
I think Coach Nutt trying to get Grayson to take that one to the hole, see if you can get around Carl Ray Jr. Excuse me, Carell.
Jaron Harris, the senior out of Los Angeles, California, looking to get around Gavin Snyder. He does. Pull-up 3 over Belton. That one no good off the right side. Reggie Martin on the rebound, and he's going quickly. Whistled for the foul, and that one counts. Reggie Martin going for a third one from the line. And before we see that free throw, we will see a commercial break. Second media timeout of this one. We'll be right back with you after these messages here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Game tied up at 17-17 here at Bill Vining Arena. Reggie Martin out of the timeout, making that layup on the fast break, and he's got one more free throw from the line after this. And one thing we've seen tonight from this Ouachita team has been the duo of Hobart Grayson and Sean Williams taking up almost all of the scoring load, and Reggie Martin with the first points from anyone else on Ouachita other than those two.
Right, Sean Williams 9 points, Grayson was 6. Ouachita 8 of 14 from the field, 57.1%. Southern Arkansas 5 of 14 for 35.7%. Neither team shooting tremendously from outside. Southern Arkansas 2 of 6, 33.3%. Ouachita hits only 1 of its 4 3-point attempts, 25%. Southern Arkansas is 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Ouachita's only been to the line once. That was Grayson. This is the second trip to the line for the Tigers.
And Martin gets that free throw to go, and Ouachita is going to take back this lead. Taking it down the other way, it's Navy Tell. Bishop over Belton. That one no good. Rebound by Ray. Belton gets it though.
That was a nice reach in by Gavin Snyder to get that steal.
And Reggie Martin on the break gets it to roll in, and he's got 5 now. He said, let me add myself to this scoring trio tonight.
Oh no, that's going to be a foul. It was a take between 2 defenders. Roland Belton and P.J. Neal were there. Southern Arkansas tried to split that defender, and the official said there was almost a trip.
That one's whistled on Roland Belton. That'll be his first foul of the contest. His team's fourth.
You're going to see the double team come between Neal and Belton, and they said that Southern Arkansas was fouled, and that's why he fell.
Belton not too happy with that call, but nevertheless taking it out of bounds. Navy Tell. And Reggie Martin steals it, but before he can do that, stepping out of bounds is Chris Cook. So nevertheless, turnover SAU.
Second turnover of the night for Southern Arkansas, Ouachita with 1. So even in this quick pace, shooting has not been tremendous for either team combined, but they're taking care of the ball decently in the first 10 minutes.
And Crew Flowers gets the ball in the corner, but they said he stepped on the sideline, and so that one turnover going to turn to 2, as both teams now have 2 apiece.
Both coaches going deep into the bench. Ouachita has played 9 players. Southern Arkansas has played 10 here in the first 10 minutes. Another steal from Snyder.
Snyder on the break to Grayson, and Grayson hanging in midair, and he's going to pick up himself 2 more on the fast break. Hobart Grayson with 8 in this contest now. Navy Tell, he's got a wide open shooter. Chris Cook, that one's no good. Off the hands of Ray, and it's going to go the other way. Ouachita is going to take this 5-point lead back down to their side of the court, hoping to expand this and give themselves an even bigger advantage.
5 straight for the Tigers in the last 2 minutes. Actually 7 straight from the Tigers in the last 2:23 of taking this from a 2-point deficit to a 5-point lead. Here you see Grayson on Ray. You see him backing him down a little bit more on that one rather than settling for the fadeaway jumper.
Reggie Martin driving. He's got Grayson. And Grayson, the slam is no good. Just cannot maintain possession.
Cook came up from behind and kind of got a little hand on that one. Nice defense again by Snyder, but Grayson thought Cook was going to let him alone, but Cook got his hand in there and knocked it away, disrupted just enough for Grayson not to be able to throw that one down.
After that, Navy Tell, step back 3, and one off the right side. Snyder, he's got Belton on the roll, but tipped and back the other way, B.J. Davis.
Oh, that was a late whistle.
And B.J. Davis is going to go to the line for 2. That foul whistled on Gavin Snyder. That's his first of the contest.
Late whistle there against Snyder. I thought there was a foul out by the 3-point line, but they let that one go and called the foul on the penetration. And so Davis to the free throw line where he missed his first.
And a rare miss for B.J. Davis, shooting 90.5% on the season from that stripe. But on the second one, it's true. So now gets 1 of 2 of his opportunities from the line, and now you see a Mule Rider press. And Crew Flowers trying to get it off the foot of a Mule Rider defender, and he can't, and it's going to turn into an SAU score. Head coach Dennis Nutt does not like what he sees, and he's going to call a timeout. So Chris, you've seen this contest, and you saw Ouachita jump out to that lead, but then immediately that press from SAU giving Ouachita trouble. They get the score on that first possession, and then right there just a misstep there by Crew Flowers. What do you see they have to do after this timeout to keep and take the possession back?
Well, you like to see them get to the point where you just have an offensive set and get a good look. A lot of times when you have a turnover, it turns into the next turnover, and rather than just battling back, you let the defense get to you. Now, Southern Arkansas has seen in these last 2 possessions that the pressure has gotten to Ouachita, and you see them come out now in full court man-to-man pressure.
And now
don't know if it'll be a trapping once they get the inbounds pass, but it is man-to-man. Here you see the double team.
Sean Williams picks up his dribble, and then Hobart Grayson's got an open lane past half court.
It's good to have Hobart Grayson, someone of his size, to be able to handle the ball in a time like that. If you see Hobart Grayson in the backcourt with the ball, you don't panic. You say he can handle himself, and he did just then. Helped Ouachita beat that pressure.
Flowers entry pass to Belton, backing him down. And Rollin Belton finds himself with a wide open look at the rim, and he converts.
Yeah, he got the spin move, and he did a nice job of body control. Spun, but he also didn't travel. He was able to get around the defender and get the layup to go.
Caldwell, he's guarded by Belton. Gets it to Tell. Caldwell backing down Belton. And Ouachita whistled for the foul.
Yeah, that foul is going to be on Belton. Officials and Coach Nutt indicated, said you just got to keep straight up. Don't let the arms come down. Keep straight up, and you can successfully defend that.
And heading into the break, Ouachita up 24-20. We'll be right back with you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network for some more basketball action.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Ouachita leading 24-20 after the under 8 media timeout, and 2 free throws will go for the Mule Riders after this break. But Chris, you've seen a game so far where Ouachita has had a little bit of a lead, but the Mule Riders staying in this one with some aggression on the inside. How does Ouachita give themselves a greater stake in this one?
Well, I think defensively they're going to see some matchups. You see Christian Caldwell, the 6'6", 210-pound senior, try to go at Rollin Belton on this end after Belton had gone at him defensively. So we've seen some of these back and forth individual matchups. I think Ouachita, neither team, the coaches from either team are going to want their players to get caught up in that. And so I think defensively you continue to force pressure, but offensively you have to know that pressure is coming from Southern Arkansas and be able to handle that well.
And Caldwell will be taking his first 2 at the line tonight, and that first one rattles out for him. Caldwell, a career 64% free throw shooter from the line this season, shooting 68% as that second one goes down. Substitution for the Mule Riders going out, Chris Cook. In, number 4, Chase Jenkins, the junior out of Titusville, Florida.
MJ Leslie came in after that media timeout for Ouachita. There you see Southern Arkansas run a little bit of initial 2-2-1 pressure, just not a whole lot, but then the miscommunication on the offensive end, not really pressure causing that one, but Ouachita running their set where they kind of run a weave with 3 guards out front, just miscommunication between Leslie and Williams.
And that's why a lot of the times coaches say not to make that one-handed pass, to keep 2 hands on it. Leslie just loses control of it after trying to get it to Williams. Now here's Navy Tell taking it on Leslie, speeds past him. Great pass to Caldwell, and Caldwell's going to draw the foul.
Boy, I think Coach Nutt's going to be upset at the timing of that call, because that's the second time that we've seen it's late. I believe he's telling the official that was a soft call, and official giving him his explanation. They've let a lot go. Not there, some of these officials are taught, make sure you see it before you blow the whistle. What that translates into for fans and people who are watching it like me is, why'd you call it so late? And so, that could be what happened there. But 2 free throws at the line from Christian Caldwell.
Well, that'll be Ouachita's 7th team foul this half, which puts the Mule Riders in the bonus.
Yeah, and only 2 was called against Ouachita. Rollin Belton goes to the bench. Belton now has 2 personal fouls.
And a costly.
Of course, Neal and Williams also have 2 as well for Ouachita.
Williams behind the back pass. Little flash there. Doubled, nice between the legs move, but it's stolen by Caldwell. On the other end, it's Caldwell throwing it down for the Mule Riders. Ouachita quickly going to take it back out. Sean Williams a little bit too much razzle-dazzle on that last turnover.
Well, he tried to get through traffic by going between his legs and splitting the defense, and Southern Arkansas got a hand in it to knock it away.
Mule Riders now with some momentum. That shot no good though by Jenkins. Off the hand of, looks to be number 15, Navy Tell, and it'll go the other way. 6:20 remaining in the first half of this one. Sean Williams now playing with 2 fouls. He's got the ball. Devin Franklin. Reggie Martin, he's guarded closely. Leslie driving on Tell. Devin Franklin backing down Caldwell. Hook shot, no good off the front of the rim. Ouachita now in a bit of a slump, hoping to break the cap off the rim. The lob to Caldwell, and they're going to call that foul on Devin Franklin. Ouachita committing their 8th team foul this half, contrary to the Mule Riders' 2.
Yeah, Franklin saw the alley-oop, so he backed up to try to contest, but there was just a little bit too much there. And you know, anytime you get under the body of someone going up that high, they're going to blow the whistle.
Allowing the landing space for a shooter, or right there, even an alley-oop man, just super vital.
Coach Nutt has talked to both officials when they've rotated around. He said, hey, I know we fouled, but this is physical. It's an 8-2 deficit or foul differential. And when Grayson got that rebound and was sacked, heard the whistle, and he said, thank you.
Foul will be committed by Tyler Poindexter. That'll be his first of the game. Excuse me, that was on Chase Jenkins. Ouachita passing it around. Grayson backing him down. Looking for some space, no good. Devin Franklin able to tip it to Grayson. And Hobart Grayson just lost it there.
Yeah,
just couldn't.
Tremendous effort, tremendous effort by Grayson to get that offensive rebound just when he was going up and trying to go in and corral the ball, just kind of slipped out. Great effort play, just ended up in a turnover.
And Bishop, that one stripped away by Franklin. Mule Riders will get it back. Just gonna throw it up to Davis. He's gonna pull up from the inbound, and that one finds the bottom of the net. B.J. Davis is going to continue this Mule Rider run. They now lead by 4. And Chris, it's no longer this Mule Rider press that's giving Ouachita problems. It's just the defense in general.
In the half-court set, they kind of anytime when you're playing defense like this and you're able to force a couple of turnovers, you just kind of feel it a little bit more.
Williams trying to take the lid off the basket, no good. And Grayson gets the rebound and promptly fouled by SAU. And I'm sure that had something to do with the fact that Grayson is so dangerous on the second chance point opportunities.
Yeah, this is just another rebound from Hobart Grayson, now with 7 rebounds on the night.
Williams, he's sizing up Jenkins.
Size mismatch here. Nice double down from Southern Arkansas to keep Grayson from being able to operate on Davis.
Grayson fader, and that one's no good. Some contention on the inside for the ball, all between Mule Riders players. And happy to see they all get up after that. Some scary antics there on the inside. And Coach Dennis Nutt visibly upset at that timeout. And with that, as Coach Nutt talks to his team, we're going to take a quick break. Ouachita down by 4 with 4:16 remaining in this half here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena. SAU leading 28-24 in this conference contest in the Great American Conference. Out of the timeout, Coach Dennis Nutt visibly upset at his team after they've relinquished what was a 5-point lead at one point. And right now, referees discussing that last play after originally calling a shot clock violation. And the ball is going to go towards the Mule Riders.
I'm still trying to figure out how it's Southern Arkansas's ball after that. If there was no foul called, there was no Ouachita player close to it.
And Navy Tell going to take it back down the court. Harris gets it to Davis. Davis, the fading three. And that one out of bounds off the hands of Sean Williams. He goes up for the rebound and just unable to corral it there. Shot clock not reset there. 20 seconds left. Pass into BJ Davis. Taking it into the paint, and that floater is good. BJ Davis heating up just a little bit. He's got 10 now. Ouachita still has gone a good while without scoring, looking to take that cap off the basket here.
4 minutes and 11 seconds after that last basket has been since Ouachita scored.
Sean Williams sizing up Harris. Neal's gonna pull up. That one's no good off the left side. Ouachita's scoring drought continues. BJ Davis, he's got a wide open three and he finds the net. The Mule Rider run continues after that shot, and Ouachita just hoping that they can find themselves a way to stop this momentum from going any further.
10-0 run for Southern Arkansas in the last 5 minutes of play. 13-2 in the last almost 7 minutes.
Williams, that foul's called on the floor. And slow to get up is Jaron Harris. Williams looked like he got him there with the elbow. Harris takes that blow to the face, and substitution for the Mule Riders. Coming in for number 11, Rashad Bishop, is number 10, Christian Caldwell. Some deliberation now between the referees.
Well, the baseline official was ready to put the ball in play. Crew chief is still talking to Coach Rutledge, and Sean Williams and Jaron Harris were both ready to play, bumping each other before the ball was put in, so that's what the officials stopped to right there.
And Neal, great pass into Sean Williams. Williams unable to get the shot to go, but he's got two at the line. Williams, a graduate student out of St. Louis, Missouri, spent time on the court for CSU Bakerfield 2 years prior to this year, and then before that spent time with the Kansas State Wildcats out in Manhattan, Kansas. Williams made the first, going for the second here. And that one is good. Sean Williams is going to find himself in double digits, the first Tiger to do that tonight.
Little 2-2-1, three-quarter court pressure for Ouachita as they drop back into the man-to-man defense. Now they're going to a little 3-2 zone.
And great take there by number 24, Anthony Igedy, and he's going to get around Hobart Grayson for the bucket. Tigers trailing by 9. They once led by 5 in this game. Williams, that one's stolen by Harris. And the other way, puts it down right on top of Sean Williams. And the Mule Rider players rushed the court after that play. Just a great play by number 0, and Sean Williams not happy after that play.
Yeah, Southern Arkansas a little bit excited, and rightly so. They stretched this one out to a double-digit lead on the steal and the dunk from Jaron Harris, and a 30-second timeout. Ouachita has made only one of its last 8 field goals. This is a 20-4 run for Southern Arkansas in the last 8 minutes and 2 seconds. They're 5 of their last 6 from the field, and a couple of those have been dunks, so you're going to make those. But Southern Arkansas with the momentum right now, and they kind of sense it, and they're trying to take advantage of it and stretch this out in the last 2 minutes. Ouachita really could use a basket, a stop, and a basket to try to get this back to a 2-possession game before halftime.
And those types of plays on the fast break, those are plays that can get your team riled up, and even more momentum can go towards them. So right now this possession is vital for Ouachita, but Hobart Grayson not watching for the baseline there, and he's going to step out. That's another turnover for Ouachita, as they have 9 just in this first half alone.
Reggie Martin comes in for Ouachita, replacing Williams. Still only 4 players have scored for Ouachita. 7 have seen the scoring column for Southern Arkansas.
In the corner, dump off to Caldwell. Good block by Devin Franklin. Tigers now have going the other way. PJ Neal, he's going to take it all the way. Still can't find the bottom of the net. The Ouachita drought still going on. Jaron Harris the other way.
Ooh.
And that one's swatted by MJ Leslie.
I said it the last time, so I've got to be fair. I think Ouachita got away with one on that one. I thought maybe a foul, and I thought that ball might have been off of Ouachita, but it goes to the Tigers. Zach Pennington, the redshirt freshman guard from Hot Springs, product of Lake Hamilton High School, checks in for the first time for Southern Arkansas with a minute to go.
Ouachita now over 7 minutes without a basket. And that time, Hobart Grayson driving into the paint, he's fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. And Chris, for the fact that Ouachita has not hit a basket in over 7 minutes, I'd have to say it's definitely impressive that they still are only within 11 in this game.
Yeah, you know, anytime you have that long of a stretch with not being able to get a rhythm offensively, you have to hope you can keep it at bay. And, you know, Grayson has a chance to cut it to a single-digit deficit, and then if you can get one stop and try to get a basket to cut this one down to 6 or 7, that would be a victory.
And the last time Ouachita led in this game, they led 24-23 at the 7:06 mark in this half as Grayson misses the first free throw. And since that mark, they've only scored 2 points. Meanwhile, SAU has exploded for 14 in that time period. Grayson on the second free throw, hoping to go 1 for 2. And that time it bounces in for him. He shortens the SAU lead to 10 now. Davis pull up from mid-range. That one's no good. Devin Franklin with the rebound. Ouachita running quickly. Gavin Snyder going to slow his offense down coming into the game just a minute ago.
6-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. If Ouachita can get a good look here like that, you'll take it. Now you got to come up with a stop and keep this one at a single-digit deficit at halftime.
Reggie Martin, the scoop bucket, and now SAU looks like they will hold it for the last shot of the game. Davis around the screen, 3-pointer, and that one's no good. Half-court heave is going to be after the clock, And we go into halftime as Southern Arkansas leads 37-29. Stay tuned for some halftime music brought to you by the Ouachita Department of Music. But we'll be right back with you in the second half after this time on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds kept their watching o'er silent flocks by night. Behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Down in a lonely manger, our humble Christ was born, and brought us all salvation that blessed Christmas morn. Oh, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over that Jesus. Who you gonna tell? Oh, 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 who you gonna tell? Our Savior is here, and our healer is here. Oh, gonna tell somebody about the name of Jesus. Deliverance is here, about the power of Jesus. There is power in the name. Gonna tell our Savior is here, the Lamb is here.
Jesus, so lowly, meek and mild, new life and hope to all he brings. Listen to the angels sing, glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. He was heralded by the angels, born in a lowly manger. Virgin Mary was his mother, and Joseph was his earthly father. 3 wise men traveled from afar. They were guided by a shining star, came to see King Jesus laid in a bed made of hay. Jesus, Jesus, oh, what a wonderful child. Jesus, Jesus, so lowly, meek and mild, new life and hope to all he brings. Listen to the angels sing, glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. He was heralded by the angels, born in a lowly manger. Virgin Mary was his mother, and Joseph was his earthly father. 3 wise men traveled from afar. They were guided by a shining star, came to see King Jesus laid in a bed made of hay, singing Jesus, Jesus, oh, what a wonderful child. Jesus, Jesus, so lowly, meek and mild, new life and hope to all he brings. Listen to the angels sing, glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. Glory, glory, glory to the newborn
And welcome back from halftime to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Right now, Ouachita in a battle with Southern Arkansas. Southern Arkansas leads 37-29. And Chris, in this game, you've seen 2 sides of the game for Ouachita. In that first bit of the first half, you saw them come out and start quickly. They had 2 players in Hobart Grayson and Sean Williams really lighting up the scoreboard from just about everywhere on the court, but then going cold in those final 8 minutes, only able to convert 1 field goal after that final second to last media timeout. And so, Chris, what does Ouachita need to do to keep that from happening again? Because if something like that happens, lots of the times, that is the game for that team.
Yeah, especially if it happens again in the second half. Isaac, I think Ouachita will try to focus, Southern Arkansas out on the court now. Coach Rutledge trying to implore his guys to keep up the pressure. Ouachita has to figure out a way to handle that pressure. That's what they're talking about, and trying to find the rotation that can handle the pressure and also get in a half-court set. And then when you do that, you've got to be able to knock down the shots, get back into it. I think it was good for Ouachita that they're able to get this one back to a single-digit deficit, 37-29. You mentioned they struggled finding the basket late in that first half. And so to be able to have this at 8, to be able to get a stop, Southern Arkansas is going to have the ball to start the second half. If you can get 1 stop and try to get this back to a 2-possession game, you're back in the swing of things.
And that big number to look out for, Ouachita committing 9 turnovers in that first half, contrary to the Mule Riders' 4. something that Washita, I'm sure, is going to want to clean up in that second half. But how is the Mule Riders' ability to keep control of the ball and be able to make use of almost all of their possessions with the ending in a field goal for them?
Well, you mentioned the turnovers. You look at the points off turnovers. 9 turnovers for Washita. Southern Arkansas, 12 points off of those turnovers. Southern Arkansas, 4 turnovers, 5 points off of those turnovers. So Southern Arkansas has a 5 turnover advantage. They're +5 in the turnover margin, but they're also +7 in points off of those turnovers. So for Washita, it's as simple as taking care of the ball and being able to get things going in rhythm offensively. And Southern Arkansas is going to try to continue that. You look at the foul trouble, not a whole lot of foul trouble for really either team except for Southern Arkansas. 2 players with 2 fouls, Harris and Poindexter each have 2. For Washita, Sean Williams has 3 fouls, Hobart Grayson has 2, and Cruz Flowers have 2. So 3 and 2 fouls for Washita, the players that have 20 of those 29 points.
Well, Williams, a player that's been a big impact guy for this team.
Yes, Williams has 2, Grayson 1. It's right beside the turnover category. So thankfully for Washita, I was looking at the wrong category there for turnovers rather than fouls. So that would be not good for the Washita offense if you had Grayson and Williams with 3 and 2. But thankfully it's only 2 and 1. But Tigers shot 46.2% from the field in the first half. Not bad. 41.4% from Southern Arkansas. Neither team shooting great from three-point range. Southern Arkansas 4 of 13 from three-point range for 30.8%. Washita 1 of 5 for 20%. Free throws 9 of 12. Southern Arkansas has been to the line twice as much as Washita. 75% from the line. Southern Arkansas 9 of 12. Washita 4 of 6. Look at the leading scorers. We mentioned Washita, led by Sean Williams, 11, Hobart Grayson, 9. Davis with 13 points to lead the way for Southern Arkansas, and Aikidi with 10 for the Mule Riders. So both of those players in double figures. We talked about the scoring. Southern Arkansas averaging 80 points a game. Washita averaging 91. Obviously, you have 2 non-conference games that kind of inflate that scoring average. 37-29 at halftime is probably not what we expected.
Well, it really came off that slow start. You saw 4-2 at the first media timeout, and since then, obviously, both teams have picked it up a little bit. Washita had a really good stretch from that 4-minute mark through about that 12-minute into that 12-minute mark, but then really went cold in that last half. Meanwhile, SAU was a little slow in that 8-minute period between the first media timeout and the third media timeout, but then the last 8 minutes was all Mule Riders, and you really saw that with them now jumping out to this 8-point lead at halftime. Now just a couple seconds away from action here on the court at Bill Vining Arena. Taking it out of bounds for the Mule Riders to start will be the man himself with 13 points, B.J. Davis. And that one will go into Tell. And blocked by Grayson. The other way is Washita. Martin taking it down on 2 men. Whistled for the foul was B.J. Davis, and that's his first of the game. A great way to start the half, Chris, if I do say so myself. Hobart Grayson with the block going the other way. And immediately Washita has themselves just a bit of momentum to start. And that one going back the other way after the Williams miss. That's only his second miss tonight. He's still 4 for 6 from the field today. No scoring yet in this second half. Navy Tell looking on the inside at Caldwell. He's guarded by Grayson. He loses it. Going the other way. Here's P.J. Neal to Grayson. Cannot get it to go. No foul called going the other way. Hobart Grayson slowly running back the other way. Shot, no good for SAU. Reggie Martin with the rebound.
Nice cut from Williams. Nice find from P.J. Neal.
And Neal's going to be credited with the assist. Sean Williams taking the cap off the basket first for both teams. Here's Caldwell. He's guarded by Grayson. BJ Davis from the elbow. Fader is no good. Caldwell with the tough rebound. He loses it. They're going to say that went off the leg of Devin Franklin. It'll stay Mule Rider ball. Only one score between both teams in the first minute and a half of play in the second half, and that one's going to be 2 scores. As right there, Carell Ray Jr. It's his first field goal of the half. Martin driving on Davis. Devin Franklin fader over Ray, and that one is all laces. That's Devin Franklin's first score of the game. He starts off 1 for 4. Tell. He's got Cook. Caldwell backing down Franklin. And Christian Caldwell. Nice little post move and scores over the 6'8" Devin Franklin. Franklin now back, he's on Ray. Tigers passing it around. And Martin loses it. That went off the hand of a Mule Rider defender. And with 8 seconds left on the shot clock, Ouachita maintains possession. Martin driving on Davis, pull up from the elbow, rolls out. Great rebound by Christian Caldwell. Mule Riders take it the other way. Navy Tell with the ball. He's got 2 points in this game on 1 for 2 from the field. Entry pass to Caldwell. Backing down Franklin. And just toughness in the paint for Christian Caldwell, and he's going to get his second bucket of the half to go.
He went right the first time, and that time he went left and was able to feel the defense, go to the opposite side and get his second basket in a row.
Hobart Grayson, nice little pick and roll, and he's going to get the mid-range shot to go. His first score of this half shortens the Mule Rider lead to just 8 now.
11 for Grayson now. 12 for Grayson now. Actually, that is going to be 11. That went in the book as a 3, but I think it was only a 2. So.
And that foul called on Franklin. And that'll be the first media timeout of the second half. Tigers trail 43-35 to the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas. We'll be right back after this break.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
And welcome back to Bill Vining Arena here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Right now, the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas leading on the road against this Ouachita team, 43-35. And in this second half, it's been the same story as the first 4 minutes of that first half. Low scoring and high defense. Both teams really finding it hard to find buckets, 6 apiece for either squad.
Not as many points, but the field goal attempts they're getting, they're both teams have hit 3 of their last 4 attempts from the field.
And Sean Williams with the steal. He's got PJ Neal. And he gets that layup to go in transition. PJ Neal, he's going to rack up his first 2 of the game. Iggy D driving on Martin. And the blocking foul called on Reggie Martin. And Iggy D will take it out of bounds. Foul called on the floor. That's Martin's first foul of the game, his team's 10th.
Oh, that's.
And they're going to whistle that one.
Yeah, they got the foul on Southern Arkansas there. It was Tyler Poindexter, kind of lowered the head a little bit and into the head of Hobart Grayson.
And Poindexter, the first player to reach 3 fouls today. Coach Mark Rutledge now going to need to be a little bit conservative with Poindexter. Grayson, he finds Williams in the corner, gets Davis up in the air. Great rebound by Grayson and great putback.
That was, he had no position, Isaac. He had 0 position. He was under the backboard. How he was able to get that one and then have the body control to go back up. Sean Williams' three-pointer had to do a couple of ball fakes, just didn't kind of have his rhythm. You could kind of see off the release that one was going to be off, but Hobart Grayson with another tremendous offensive rebound.
And then another tremendous defensive steal. He's got Martin on the side. Driving, no good. Reggie Martin was tipping it, trying to get the rebound, but it goes the other way. Jaron Harris, nice behind the back move. BJ Davis, and he gets the 3 to go on the wing.
Big transition 3 from BJ Davis. Martin had a good spin move towards the middle of the lane, just didn't quite realize where he was when he went up. Had to adjust that one in the middle of the air.
Entry pass, here's Rollin Belton, backing down Bishop. Tough post move, and he's gonna go to the line for 2. Foul called on Rashad Bishop. That's his first, team's 9th, team's 10. Belton on the season from the line. Has yet to shoot a free throw, so these will be his first 2 in his career, shooting 58.8 from the line. He's going to get the first one to go. And Belton, the transfer from Morris College. The Red Foxes out of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference in NCAA Division I as Harris loses it.
Only a writer for mid-major basketball would know the mascot for the Marist basketball team.
Well,
and anybody who went to Marist or played in that conference. So that's a good take. Southern Arkansas has answered Ouachita every time they've tried to chip into this, but they've kind of been trading 2 for 2, and Ouachita's going to try to cut into that. But when you get it to a 2-possession game on the Ouachita end, Southern Arkansas has done a nice job of being able to get it back to 7 or higher.
Williams, left side, and the nice step back 3 into the corner is Sean Williams, and he's hoping that that's not the last shot for him as he gets his groove back on that shot.
First time it's been to a 4-point deficit for Ouachita in quite a while. See if they can get a stop here. Lots of contact. Oh, my.
And Caldwell gets the shot to go. Rollin Belton not happy with that call after Caldwell is going to go to the line for 1 more. Belton now with 3 fouls in this game as well. And now that puts the pressure on head coach Dennis Nutt with his 6'8" forward. Excuse me, that is only Belton's 2nd foul of the game.
Happens to the best of us, Isaac. And you and me.
And nice little press breaker there between PJ Neal and Hobart Grayson. Handoff to Sean Williams. He's going to square up from deep, and that one off the backside of the rim. Really liking to see that seal off from Chase Jenkins, just trying to get Hobart Grayson out of the equation on that offensive rebound, and it's been working so far. BJ Davis over to Tell. Caldwell on Belton. And Caldwell, the spin move, gets it to go on the right side. Christian Caldwell has been giving the Tigers problems all day on the inside, and that one, once again, gives him 2.
It's just good post offense by Caldwell, being able to feel where the defense is and go the opposite way.
And Hobart Grayson is going to draw the foul. He's going to go to the line for 2.
14 points for Caldwell now, 18 for Davis, 10 for Agidi. Washita still with only 2 players in double figures, Sean Williams and Hobart Grayson.
Grayson now shooting his 4th and 5th free throws today. And, his 3rd free throw is good. No, that was his 4th and 5th free throw, and he gets the 4th one to go. Now he's 2 for 4 on the day from the stripe. And Grayson goes 2 for 2 at the line, and now he's going to cut just a little bit back into that Mule Rider lead. SAU leads by 7. Caldwell on the inside, guarded by Franklin. And give him 20. Christian Caldwell can't be stopped on the inside. Clock crosses 12 minutes in this second half. Tigers working to battle back into this one. Sean Williams, drive on the inside, dump off to Devin Franklin. And Igd is whistled for the foul. He thought that was a clean block, but Devin Franklin will go to the line for 2 after this break. Tigers trail by 9. SAU leads 55-46 here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say, Ouachita. Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
And welcome back to the Washita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. And here at Bill Vining Arena, this second half has been neck and neck, but that first half has made it to where SAU leads 55-46. And right now in this second half, all we've seen for SAU has been Christian Caldwell inside, battling up against just about every big man that Washita can throw at him, and they have not found an answer to the big man out of Bossier Parish Community College in Nacogdoches, Louisiana.
That was close. Bipsy, Bossier Parish Community College. I don't blame you on Natchitoches, though. There's Nacogdoches, Texas, and Natchitoches, Louisiana. Caldwell, 6 of 8 from the field. 16 points, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, too. 17 minutes, 16 points for Christian Caldwell.
And Devin Franklin's first shot from the line is no good. He was fouled before the break, and that has rewarded him 2 free throws, and he gets 1 of the 2 to go. Washita now still trailing by 8. Mule Riders up 55-47. And Tell's just going to take it all the way. Can't get anything to go. Christian Caldwell with the rebound and gets 1 more at the line. His legendary run in this second half continues. And the native of Natchitoches, Louisiana, going to the line for 1 more.
18 points, tying Davis now for the team lead. 5 rebounds, 7 of 9 from the field.
Free throws up and no good off the front of the rim. And they're going to say that one went off the foot of Carell Ray. A good, lucky break for the Tigers after many SAU players said it would be Mule Rider ball.
Southern Arkansas has a good mix of size and guards, and a couple of the smallest guards you'll see. Nice give from Grayson.
And Devin Franklin going right back to the line where he was out of this break, hoping to get himself 2 points. On the season, Franklin's shooting 52.4% from the stripe. He's also averaged 5.8 rebounds, being one of the top players on the boards for his team, and averaging just under double digits per game with 9.8 points per outing. Second shot is up and good. Franklin goes perfect for the line that time, and now Washita trails by 8.
Washita got it as close as 4, just couldn't quite get over that hump, and after they got it to 4, Southern Arkansas hit a 3 to get it to 7, and they respond now with another 7 to get it back to a double-digit lead.
And that Davis 3, a heartbreaker for the Tigers. They're trying their best to cut into this one, and every single time the Mule Riders have an answer. PJ Neal gets the to Sean Williams, and he says, "Give me those 3 right back." Sean Williams now, he's got 19.
Threes are good for Washita, but you got to come up with some stops. Saw assistant coach Levin Thornton after that last free throw. That's a 3 from Ray. Wow, that is Carell Ray with his first three-pointer of the night. He was 0 for 2 before that possession.
In Washita, every time they get something good to happen, you continue to see SAU have an answer. Grayson, he's going to get fouled by Ray, and he's got 2 at the line, but still, SAU, every single time Washita has a score, they've got a 3 or they've got 2 shots at the line. It's either been from Christian Caldwell or BJ Davis, but that time we saw Carell Ray joining in on the fun too.
This is the 9th game for Washita, and Hobart Grayson has had a double-double in 7 of those 9 games.
That first one finds the laces. And BJ Davis heading to the bench. Coming in for him, Jaron Harris, senior out of Los Angeles, California, transfer from Casper College. Second shot is up for Grayson, and that one rattles in for him.
Carell Ray was 3 for 13 from three-point range coming into tonight's game. Now he's 4 of 16, but that last one was big in this particular game.
Whistle blown, foul away from the ball. And Devin Franklin whistled for the foul. That's 3 on the junior, and now Coach Dennis Nutt going to need to be a little bit conservative with him.
Probably with 10 minutes left, they'll let him go. That was an errant alley-oop attempt.
And Sean Williams, he wanted that one earlier, dunked on by Jaron Harris, but Sean Williams making a statement right when his team needs it.
Coach Rutledge calling a 30-second timeout. He didn't like how they took care of the ball in that last possession. I believe it was Tyler Poindexter kind of thought, no, it wasn't Poindexter, it was Navy Tell. Had thought he had the alley-oop. Washita read it nicely, ended up in a transition dunk for Williams. Timeout, 7-point advantage for Southern Arkansas, 9:53 remaining in the second half. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Washita Tiger Basketball on Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Washita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Washita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Washita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
And here we return to Bill Vining Arena. Mule Riders lead 63-56, and on that last play you saw Sean Williams put the power down on the Mule Riders, hoping to give his team a little bit of momentum. And now out of the timeout, here's Navy Tell with the ball.
Probably a smart timeout from Coach Rutledge there to kind of settle things down, get back in a set, and now you have an illegal screen called on Navy Tell.
That's Tell's first foul of the game, his team's 15th. And a Southern Arkansas team that did pretty well with not fouling early in this one, now leading over Ouachita in fouls committed. They've got 15, meanwhile the Tigers with 13.
Well, and more importantly, it's 8 in the second half, so that's what you're going to look at. So Ouachita was already going to be in the bonus the rest of the way. Of course, you don't go shoot free throws on an offensive foul like that, but Ouachita will be at the line the rest of the way. Ouachita still has one foul to give on defense. Most likely Southern Arkansas will end up being at the line at some point too.
Leslie no good on that last three. Now Christian Caldwell backing down Devin Franklin, and Franklin whistled for his 4th foul in this game.
And now, now that's the 6th. So both teams will go to the line if a foul is called. So both teams will end up the last 9-13 in the bonus or the double bonus.
Franklin now will be disqualified for any more contact in this one. And the 3 from the corner is good by Chris Cook. And that double-digit lead, SAU takes it right back.
Nice find by Grayson.
Gavin Snyder gets the 3, and he takes that 7-point lead right back for the Mule Riders. Snyder, that's a rare 3 for him. You don't see him take that shot very often, but making it there in a very crucial moment. Ray backing down Sean Williams.
Nice defense by Williams, outsized, little size mismatch there, did a nice job of ball defense.
And drawing the foul, that's Chris Cook. And Hobart Grayson whistled for the foul that time. Devin Franklin able to avoid his 5th, but Grayson picking up his 2nd. Cook will go to the line for 1 and 1 as his team is in the bonus.
It was a 2-shot foul. They said it was on the shot, so they give 2. Now Gavin Snyder, 50% from 3-point range on the year. After that one, came into the game 8 of 17, now 9 of 18.
Now substitution for the Mule Riders, going out Christian Caldwell, and then coming in Rashad Bishop. No good on that second free throw. Bishop able to get the rebound over Franklin. Chris Cook with the 3, and he gets that one to roll in. And the Mule Riders, they just can't be beat from 3-point range, and that was the same story in the women's game earlier. And Devin Franklin, just errant pass to where Hobart Grayson can't get to it. And SAU, 8 minutes left in this game, and they're starting to run away with this one.
Southern Arkansas 5 of 6 in the second half from 3-point range. They were 4 of 13 in the first half.
Bishop gets the high-low, and they whistle Grayson on the foul.
I think that's going to be on Leslie. Yep, that was MJ Leslie.
MJ Leslie whistled for the foul, and that's going to be the under 8 media timeout. After the break, we'll have two free throws from Rashad Bishop. But for now, we'll be right back after these messages on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
And after the break, Ouachita trailing Southern Arkansas 70-59, going to the line for 2 shots. That'll be Rashad Bishop, the junior out of Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville or Louisville?
Out of Louisville, Kentucky is Rashad Bishop, and he takes the first one, and that one misses everything.
He's not from Lexington. He's from Louisville.
He's from Louisville, Kentucky.
Isaac from Murray, Kentucky, and has corrected everybody when they say Louisville, because down here we just say Louisville. But apparently in Louisville, they don't say Louisville, right? You have taught me, young Padawan.
Yes.
I taught you Bossier Parish and Nacogdoches, and you taught me Louisville.
Yes, Louisville, Kentucky
Yes.
is the biggest city in the state of Kentucky. Sean
Nice
Williams,
block.
no foul called, block, ball going around on the floor, jump ball.
Yeah, there's a block of the ball, but Coach Nutt wanting contact with the body because Williams went flying. He's given 2 officials trying to get all 3. They're going to come back and put 20 seconds on the shot clock. There's a block up top, obviously, but I think Coach Nutt wanted it with the body.
Christian Caldwell coming in for Rashad Bishop. Martin over to Leslie. Grayson out to Leslie. Leslie can't get the 3 to go. And they're going to whistle.
Yeah, that's going to be on Caldwell, I believe. Yeah, Caldwell holding Hobart Grayson, so Grayson will be at the line for the 1-and-1. I just got to say, Isaac, we are on Thursday night of finals week at Ouachita. Hats off to the cheerleaders who have come tonight. Not all of those, but some of them are already gone home. Some of them have finals. And I have to give, if he makes this, he missed the free throw, so I'll have to give props to our OSDN students at a different time.
But nevertheless, going the other way is the Mule Riders, and now
I have a feeling that we're going to end up having a lot of fouls called in the last 7-12. Both coaches have kind of talked to the crew about letting some stuff go. So now in these last 7 minutes and 12 seconds, it could not bode well for anybody who has an 8 a.m. final in the morning.
I wouldn't know anyone who has an 8 a.m. final in the morning, but nevertheless, Caldwell going to the line for 1-and-1.
You saying you're done with yours?
I finished mine yesterday, so.
So you're feeling nice.
Feeling
I do
really
think
nice.
I will take now, thanks to our students from OSDN, Jeremiah Turner, David Pinnell, Nate Hollis, you, Isaac Bourne, Chloe Velleman, Priscilla Leverett, Gavin Wallace, and I'm Christian Kratz. I'm missing somebody, I think.
Sam Stewart,
Madeline Colzer, who shot some video for some highlight video for the women's game, and now here in the men's game. Thanks to all of those students. Some of you are done, Isaac, Priscilla. Some of you are not, and now we have a foul, but thanks for sticking around and bringing these 2 conference games to the people tonight. Christmas break starts on the Ouachita campus tomorrow around noon for everybody, and it's already started for some people like Isaac. So I did want to say I took about 2 possessions to do that, but thanks to you guys for sticking around and making this game happen. I see Abby Nipper, Lawson Sanders, Andy Hilton running the sports information crew tonight. Chase Ramsey on the clock with Dr. Modal over there. So thanks to the students for, you guys do a lot of work throughout the year. I think we have over 200 podcast shows that we've done this fall semester alone, and you guys are going to deserve a good break, and you're going to get it starting tomorrow.
well, talking about those podcasts that we do, make sure to tune into the Roar Rundown. The other night, Phil Bird and I did a little bit of a end of semester wrap up on the show, and that episode should be coming out sometime this coming weekend.
You had a little Christmas fun with that one too, didn't you?
Just a little bit. Had a little fun in the editing lab on that one.
There you go. This game, 11 points, 6:40 left. Ouachita got it to 4 points. We go back to that spot. Ouachita got it to 4. Southern Arkansas responded with a three-pointer to get it to 7, and it seems like it's been from 7 to 11 from that point on, which was about the 11 or 12-minute mark.
And Iggy D whistled on the charge, and we're headed right over to the other end for 2 more free throws.
That offensive foul, I don't think they'll be shooting. That's the 5th personal foul. You won't be shooting free throws on that, but that is the 5th personal foul on Anthony Aguidi. He's going to finish his night with 10 points, 2 of 2 from the field. One of those was a three-pointer, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and 1 rebound for the sophomore guard from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Grayson and Snyder running this press breaker here. Sean Williams, he's guarded by Christian Caldwell. Caldwell typically a guy in the paint, but now Chris Cook is the guy on Grayson on the inside. Grayson falls to the ground, and they're going to whistle Cook for the foul.
Yeah, you just kind of had the sense a couple of minutes ago that anything that might be contact was going to end up being a whistle.
And now
Coach, the official Brad Gaston, the crew chief, going to tell Hobart Grayson that he has a little blood on him, and he's going to have to go over to the athletic training staff to clean that up before he's able to go back to the free throw line. Now they're going to look and see who else might have it. They say no blood, no foul, so I guess there was blood. So there was a foul, right, Isaac? Is that how it goes? Exactly. Ouachita 1 of 4 from the last 4 field goals attempts. Southern Arkansas, you know, you mentioned that. I talked about 4 to 11. We're at 11 now. If Grayson can knock these 2 down to give him 19 points on the night, get back to single digits. But unfortunately for Ouachita, it seems like to this point it's been a matter of getting almost to the top of that hump to get to tie the game. But just can't get to that next step. And Southern Arkansas has done a nice job of keeping this one from 7 to 11.
And with that free throw, that is – these 2 free throws will be the 5th and 6th free throw shots shot. Excuse me, hear me here. This will be the 6th free throw shot in the past minute of play, as Grayson knocks that one down and shortens the Mule Rider lead to 9. In Ouachita, if they want to make a comeback, the first thing that has to start with is some stops on the defensive side. And so right here, Christian Caldwell backing down Grayson. He loses it. Somehow, Mule Riders able to maintain possession. Navy Tell looking for the ball. Christian Caldwell able to get on top of it. Ball bobbled around. It's going to stay in possession of the Mule Riders somehow.
Yeah, that ball was touched by about 6 different players in the last. Now you got 3 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to dive down or use a kick out or an alley, high ball. Nice steal by Grayson.
Hobart Grayson now running quickly on the other end. Reggie Martin up in the air, and he gets that one to go. Great ball control on the layup, jumping from just outside the lane, and he's going to get that one to go. Lead now for the Mule Riders only at 7 now.
This is for the point where Ouachita has not been able to get a stop, so they're going to go back to their old reliable, but it comes up with a miss. Caldwell, good look in the middle of the lane. Grayson does a nice job of defending without fouling. Martin with the defensive rebound.
Gavin Snyder, he's got Grayson. Grayson pulls up from deep, and that one's good. Hobart Grayson, he says, I'm not done yet. He brings the Tigers back to within 4, and like you said, it's been a while since they've been within this scoring margin, but now
this is the hump that they couldn't get over earlier. Now if you can come up with one more stop to get it past that 4-point deficit, nice give. That was nice ball movement from Cook to Navy Tell and then to Christian Caldwell to kind of answer that mini run from Ouachita. Still a 2-possession game for the Tigers, 4.5 minutes left, so you don't have to panic, but you would like to put together a good offensive possession. You've almost reached that point where you don't have room or margin of error to come up empty on the offensive end of the floor too many times.
Reggie Martin driving on Cook. Foul drawn. Can't get the shot to go, but he's got 2 from the line. Reggie Martin's been at the line quite a lot tonight. These 2 free throws will be his 4th and 5th from the stripe.
Yeah, Ouachita 16 of 21 from the free throw line, 76.2%. Southern Arkansas 12 of 20 from the free throw line, 60%. Martin 2 for 3 from the line.
You'd like to know what this lead would be at for Mule Riders if they were to hit their free throws, shooting just over 50% from the field, actually at 60%. And with Martin's missed free throw.
Well, that's why it's a 6-point game right now. Ouachita 4 more free throws made at the line, only 2 more attempts. But Martin comes up empty on both of those. He's frustrated with himself.
Lead still at 6 for the Mule Riders after the empty possession from the stripe.
Double screen, high screen set by Caldwell and Ray. Ouachita's able to recover from that one. Here comes Caldwell again.
BJ Davis, he's had himself a productive evening. He's got 21 in this contest. PJ Neal strips it. He's going to jump on it. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Mule Riders.
3 seconds on the shot clock, and we're going to have the media timeout. So it's a big spot, Isaac. 6-point game, 2-possession game. And after the media timeout, Ouachita will have 3 seconds to be able to come up with 1 stop. Southern Arkansas try to get something going with 3. They'll inbound it at the half court. So big possession coming up out of the break.
So stay with us here for that, as we will be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Out of the last media timeout, Mule Riders lead 73-67. And the three-pointer, no good, but the tip-in for Christian Caldwell. Tough break for the Tigers, but the referees want a replay on that one.
Yeah, Coach Nutt wants to talk about a offensive goaltending.
Looking to see.
He says he can't review it. Coach Nutt wanted the officials to take a look at a review. Chris Dunn says they got together with Brad Gaston, says they can't review it. And that was a big putback by Caldwell. It gives him 23 points. Oh.
And Hobart Grayson put the power down. The junior gets 2, and he's got 1 more at the line.
I think we got a second. We need to see if we can rack that one back from camera 4, because David Pinnell right there had Hobart Grayson almost right in his lap.
And the basket is still shaking.
I hope it doesn't affect the free throw.
He's going to take the free throw. No good on that one, but goodness gracious, we've got ourselves a highlight here from Bill Vining Arena, and maybe that's enough for Grayson to get his team going.
Been a few of them tonight. A couple of big dunks on that end of the court. That was one of them for sure. Nice steal from poke in from behind by Sean Williams.
And Chris Cook, just the power inside, able to back down the defender, and he's going to take that lead and put it back up at 8. Just both teams trading blows. Ouachita's going to need some stops, though, if they want to cut into this lead. Grayson loses it. Out of bounds on SAU. Going to stay with the Tigers for now. And like we mentioned, plays are unreviewable at this point.
Well, some of them are. reviewable, but they said that that was one that was not reviewable. Coach Nutt asked for it. That was not one that they don't know the reasoning, but he just said they couldn't review it. So regardless, it was a big spot. Southern Arkansas was at a 2-possession game, and they got it in that 3-possession game window.
Snyder taking it inside, and that one's no good, but out of bounds off the hands of Chris Cook.
Williams with a strong take and went through traffic, tried to throw that one up. Couldn't maybe try to draw a foul. No whistle, no 4 seconds on the shot clock for Ouachita.
Quick shot is needed here. Williams fader, no good. Had a little bit more time than that to take a shot, but nevertheless goes the other way. BJ Davis, he's guarded by Snyder. Southern Arkansas now starting to understand that they can just eat up this shot clock. PJ Neal, though, the rebound on the fast break. Left-hand layup rolls in for him.
Yeah, Coach Rutledge was not happy with that shot from Chase Jenkins there. Still had 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Pulled up from 17 feet. You can get that shot almost any time. Coach Rutledge wasn't happy with that shot. It ended up making it a 2-possession game again.
Christian Caldwell, nice high-low action, and they're going to call the foul after he can't get the dunk to go.
Yeah, Hobart Grayson just reached in, tried to knock it away, got a little bit too much of the arm of Christian Caldwell, the 6'6", 210-pound senior. Caldwell with 23 points so far tonight. Came into the game averaging 8.6.
His team's in the double bonus. So even if the foul was not called on the shot, he'll get 2. He knocks down the first one. That's going to lengthen the SAU lead to 7. Ouachita in a precarious position now. They need scores and they need stops. Second one is up and good. Rattles in for him, and that lead is at 8.
Caldwell had only scored in double digits 4 other times this season. He had a high points of 14 against Ecclesia, and he is the leading scorer tonight for Southern Arkansas with 25.
Sean Williams with the 3, and that one finds it. And quick timeout for Coach Dennis Nutt. And that's going to be a 30-second timeout. So, Chris, we're going to stay here. And with Ouachita trailing by 5, this one's still very much in reach. But still, Ouachita unable to overcome that wall that they've really found at 4 points so far.
Yeah, they've gotten there twice now. You see they're at 5. You take a look at the foul situation. Hobart Grayson is the only player on the floor with significant foul trouble. He does have 4 personal fouls. Southern Arkansas has no player with more than 3 now that Aikidi has fouled out. So obviously both teams are in the double bonus. We got there a few minutes ago. So Ouachita doesn't have any fouls to give. They also don't want Grayson to be the one to commit the foul should they get to that point. Ouachita will put some pressure. Grayson will be pressuring the ball, trying to force Southern Arkansas into an errant inbounds pass from Correll Ray.
And Hobart Grayson just filling up the stat sheet again tonight. He's already got 24 with 13 rebounds. And again, his stats are going to look good after this one, but hoping that he could pick up a win. And that pass by Davis, it's going to go the other way. Just errant pass from the senior out of Nashville, Tennessee. And Ouachita, just under a minute and a half left in this one. They have a chance to make this a 1-possession game here.
Hobart Grayson did a tremendous job of playing on-ball defense at half court, in the backcourt and at half court without fouling, forced that turnover.
Sean Williams inside to Grayson, and he's got 2 at the line after the foul from BJ Davis. Davis with 3 fouls, and now the Mule Riders, while they don't have with 4 fouls, they've got 2 of their most important players with 3. While a minute 12 isn't enough for you to be worried about that one, obviously Caldwell and BJ Davis still don't want to be those players that have to make those late game fouls. Grayson this season shooting 71.7% from the stripe. tonight. He's been 7 for 11 from there. First one is up and through. This one only a 4-point game now, and Grayson with a free throw here would make this the first one-possession game that we've seen since the first half. Grayson now with that free throw puts his point total up to 25. And that one makes it 26. The Tigers within 3 now. So with one more stop, they have a chance to tie it up.
One possession game for the first time in a long time. Now you got to play good defense without fouling. Now there's the foul called.
Gavin Snyder arguing that that might have been a walk, but BJ Davis is going to get 2 from the stripe, and that's not the guy you want to put on the line shooting from the line this season. 90.5%. He did have that one miss earlier in this game, but you don't expect him to miss too often.
No, he's the leading scorer coming into the night for Southern Arkansas, and you don't. That's who Southern Arkansas wanted at the free throw line.
That first one slots in for him.
19 of 21 coming into the game on the season.
And just a routine day from the line for BJ Davis. He gets 2 of them to go. Now clock ticking under a minute in this one. Ouachita needs a score here if they want a chance at forcing overtime. Martin to Grayson. Gavin Snyder. Snyder, he's going to get the open 3. The foul on the shot, and he gets that one to go. Gavin Snyder. And that's not the first time we've seen that from him in late game situations.
I think we saw the exact same situation last year in the exact same spot right in front of the Ouachita bench. He got fouled on a three-pointer and made it. He has a chance to make this a 1-point game.
Snyder did that from the exact same spot against Northwestern Oklahoma State last year to force overtime. That free throw through for him, and Ouachita closer than they've ever been since
as close as you can get
the 7:06 mark in that first half. Here's Christian Caldwell.
Southern Arkansas does have to shoot. 17 on the shot clock, and Coach Rutledge is going to call a full timeout. And this has really gotten interesting. Coach Rutledge did not like that that foul called on the three-pointer. You talked to Brad Gaston about it for a long time. After Snyder made it, he said, man, that was a 4-point call and a 4-point play.
Well, Ouachita with the momentum heading into this break. They trail by just 1 now. And looking back at that play, the P.J. Neal pass to Gavin Snyder, that one goes through. And so we're going to take just a quick break into this timeout, and we'll be right back with you for the final 26 seconds here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
And we are back to this thriller here at Bill Vining Arena. You see Gavin Snyder make it that.
Yeah, it was just the contact with the left hand. The right hand was following through, and Ray, as he flew by, he hit the left hand of Gavin Snyder.
The sophomore out of Little Rock Central has really burst onto the scene in this game. He only had 3 up to this point, but now with 7, he's found himself in one of the best positions that he could have possibly been in there.
Not playing with a full shot clock here. It's already down to 10.
Caldwell, foul called.
That's on Grayson, and that's the 5th.
And that's a heartbreaker for head coach Dennis Nutt. His ace in the hole, Hobart Grayson, has to go to the bench. And what a productive night for the junior. He had 26 points with 13 rebounds, and that 5th foul, a killer for his team.
MJ Leslie will come into the game for Ouachita because if Caldwell hits both of these free throws, he's 7 of 11 from on the night. Ouachita will have to have a three-pointer, so then you have three-point threats in Williams, Snyder, and Leslie. Interesting to note, the possession arrow is with Ouachita on any tie ball.
And you look at the lineup that Coach Dennis Nutt has on the court right now. Tallest player, Sean Williams, at 6'3". And, you know, you see a lot of teams playing small ball, but right now, this is about as small that you can get.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to end up on, as long as you can box out and get the rebound. You can't let that size. We see P.J. Neal going down on the low block to block out Ray. You got to get the rebound on a miss to be able to have a shot.
Caldwell on the second free throw. That one goes through.
Coach Rutledge was telling the official he wanted a timeout to set up the defense if he made it, and so Caldwell does make it. It's a 30-second timeout, so kind of a little game reset, Isaac. Both teams in the double bonus. The possession arrow is with Ouachita. Ouachita, it's not the women's game, and of course Southern Arkansas is the one that called that timeout, so Ouachita will have to go the full length. Be interesting to see if Southern Arkansas kind of put some token pressure on it, not to let Ouachita just kind of ease the ball into the half-court set. But you mentioned the options. Ouachita has Sean Williams, Gavin Snyder, MJ Leslie, Reggie Martin. You would expect to see P.J. Neal be a facilitator here. But Southern Arkansas does look like they are going to pick up Ouachita in the full court, not to let the Tigers just walk the ball up the court and set something up. They're not going to guard the inbound pass. Well, they're going to kind of not guard the inbounds pass, just try to see if they can force Ouachita to use some time getting it up the floor.
And Neal going to just rush it down the court, so now they can set up the offense. Snyder back to Neal. Here's Sean Williams. And the foul. In a crucial moment called on Carell Ray Jr. And Sean Williams is going to have himself 2 shots at the line, a chance to tie it with 2 makes. Crucial call by the referees, and now the 2 most important free throws of the night are going to go to the graduate student out of St. Louis, Missouri. On the season right now, Sean Williams shooting 81.5% from the line. First one is up, and it rolls in for him. Looked a little short on the release.
It sure did, Isaac. I was thinking the same thing. It snuck over the front of the rim and rolled through. And Coach Nutt will call a timeout here if Williams makes this free throw.
Second one is up and good. Sean Williams makes the big shots when he needs to, and Coach Dennis Nutt going to use his final timeout. Now both teams without a timeout, 4.4 seconds left on the clock. Possession arrow still towards the Tigers. And Chris, in this crucial moment, does Coach Nutt sub in a big man to possibly bring in some more size in these moments?
I think he's going to put whoever he deems his 5 best defenders. 4.4 seconds, they're going to have to defend the ball, you know, try to keep Southern Arkansas from getting an inbounds pass to half court. You want to make them inbound the ball closer to the free throw line, just like Southern Arkansas just did to Ouachita. So it's who he deems his 5 best defenders are going to be out there. You would expect that possibly they might pick them up, but you just got to play defense without fouling and don't commit a cheap foul and let Southern Arkansas go to the free throw line. Obviously, there are no fouls to give. The possession arrow is still with Ouachita. And so big 4.4 seconds. It looks like it's going to be the same 5. Neal, Leslie, Williams, Martin, and Snyder on the floor for Ouachita. Southern Arkansas also did not make any subs. You know, they will have size advantage with Caldwell if they can get the ball down the floor fast enough, and they might try to use some of that size advantage. You also have 2 guards, Intel and Davis, who can get it down the floor quick.
B.J. Davis, he'll be the one taking it down the court. The layup, and it's no good. We've got a tie score, so let's play one more here at Bill Vining Arena. Score tied at 82 as we go into overtime. And Chris, what a way to cap off the night here during finals week.
Yeah, no doubt. B.J. Davis got the ball in front of the Ouachita bench, drove the distance, the length of the floor. Ouachita was not going to foul him, and he had a good look at the layup. It was just a little bit too rushed and high off the glass, and there was no chance at an offensive rebound or a putback because of the amount of time it took to get the ball up the floor. So here we go. Both of these teams trying to get that first GAC win, and we're going to have to go an extra 5 minutes to do it. Now what you take a look at is the foul situation for Ouachita. Now is where that fifth foul on Hobart Grayson kind of plays in a little bit more, because Ouachita is going to have to play the entirety of the offense of the overtime period without Grayson. Williams with 26 points, Martin with 10. Those are the only two in double figures for Ouachita. No real foul trouble to speak of for Southern Arkansas. They have four players with 3 personal fouls, but nobody with 4.
And now you see the 6'2" Reggie Martin squaring off against the 6'8" Christian Caldwell on the tip-off. And many fans in the audience and the watching right now might be a little confused why Martin can do that, but you see it right there.
He won the tip. Yeah, he's a quick leaper, and he got up, and I think he kind of surprised Caldwell on that. Now Franklin will check in at the next dead ball for Ouachita to give a little size in the post defensively, but he only has 4. He already has 4 fouls as well. Caldwell backing down. It was a nice play by Caldwell. That was nice post defense by Sean Williams. Gavin Snyder. Wow.
Going the other way, and SAU whistled for the foul. Snyder, he's going to get 2 at the line. And Snyder falling to the ground, and looked like he was just going to continue the break with Reggie Martin, but referees not holding their whistles in here.
Isaac, if Snyder hits one of these 2 free throws, it'll be Ouachita's first lead since the 7:06 mark in the first half.
And the first one is good from the sophomore out of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Franklin's going to replace MJ Leslie. I would expect that we might end up seeing some offense for defensive substitutions here in a couple of minutes. Maybe not immediately, but don't be surprised if you see the opportunity for Coach Nutt to have some offense for defensive subs. That's what this was, trying to get Franklin a little bit better matchup defensively for the Tigers.
Well, Coach Nutt has another 6'8" player on his bench as well, Roland Belton. And so in need of size. Belton only with 2 fouls, so.
Interesting, PJ Neal getting the assignment of guarding Caldwell, doing a nice job fronting him on the post.
Cook's going to take it in on Snyder. The floater rattles in for him. Chris Cook. He started to heat up a little bit late in this game, and he's really been the reason why SAU still is in this one.
13 points on the night for Cook.
Sean Williams over to Reggie Martin. Devin Franklin, he's backing down Caldwell. Sean Williams driving on the inside, outside to Gavin Snyder. Give him 3 more. The sophomore having a night to remember. That's 3 threes for him.
50% three-point shooter on the year. After that last one, it just went up a little bit more there. Now he's playing good ball defense way out. They're switching on the quasi-screens. Ouachita has chosen to switch on screens. Now you have Caldwell matched up against Snyder. Big size disadvantage, but they force him to kick it out.
And Snyder just not able to box out on Caldwell. Foul called.
And that's going to be the 5th on Devin Franklin. He was just in a bad spot. He was in a bad spot on that one. I don't know. He's like, how did I get whistled for that foul?
Coach Nutt talking to the referees, maybe his players as well. Devin Franklin visibly upset after that. And like I mentioned earlier, he's going to sub in his other 6'8" guy with Roland Belton.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Franklin. He wasn't in the best position on the backside, but the way the action came towards him, he's the one that ended up on the ground, and he was puzzled at that.
Caldwell on the free throw. He spent a good amount of time at the line tonight. That's his 9th make on his 14th attempt, and a 14 attempt. On the second attempt is Caldwell. 68.2% on the season, and that second one no good. Rollin Belton with the rebound, and that's exactly why Coach Nutt has size in this game. Sean Williams on the handoff. Take inside, left-handed layup, rolls in for him, and the Tigers now have themselves their first 2-possession lead in a good while. BJ Davis. Nice pull-up on the drive. Almost looked like he was looking at the bounce pass dump off to Caldwell and then just pulls up on a dime.
Both coaching staffs just pleading with their teams to get stops.
And Sean Williams, a shot that wouldn't usually be advised that deep, not a shot that analytics nerds really like, but he's able to get that one to go right inside the three-point line.
31 points now, 30 points for Sean Williams now. Goodness.
And Sean Williams, you can say a lot of things about him, but he for sure is a winner after tonight. Those 30 points have contributed to a game to remember.
Speaking of, sorry Isaac, I stepped all over you there, but talking about games to remember, Caldwell, 27 points, 9 of 13 for Southern Arkansas, 9 of 13 from the field, 9 of 15 from the free throw line. He has a chance for 2 more here. Came into the game averaging 8.6 points per game, and the highest he had, I believe, was 14 coming into tonight's game.
Caldwell,
good-looking free throw shot.
And Chris, you mentioned a little bit earlier in this game that this was a low-scoring contest.
I was just getting ready to. I thought the same thing when I looked up, and both teams are around 90 points. Washita came in averaging 91 points. At halftime, there's no way you would have thought this game would have gotten to 90, even if it did get to overtime. But here we are, both teams hovering around that 90 mark. Here comes Southern Arkansas with a little pressure. Washita did a nice job of getting into the half court and getting a flow offensively. Coach Rutledge trying to put a little initial full court pressure on to kind of disrupt the Tigers, forcing them to start their offensive set with about 20 on the shot clock.
Snyder took the ball down. Sean Williams, he's feeling it right now. No good, but Gavin Snyder, the hustle play, gets the rebound. That'll reset the shot clock.
It'll took it back to 20. Not the full reset, but it took it back to 20, so now they're down to 10 on the shot clock.
Tigers do need a score here if they want to go up by more than 1 possession. PJ Neal, shot clock ticking down, and they're going to whistle him for the walk. Not a great time for that. Neal, that'll just be his second turnover tonight.
Well, these two teams both looking for their first GAC wins here in the first night of the second week of conference play. Really good effort tonight from both of these teams. Yeah, 14 points against Ecclesia. I mentioned it earlier, the previous season high for Christian Caldwell.
Well, 29 certainly is bigger than 14, I'd have to say.
Even, yeah, there was a Kentucky joke somewhere in there, but oh, that is a high arching three-pointer.
And no good by Jenkins. Rebound goes to the Mule Riders. Here's Caldwell, he's backing down Belton. And Ray on the drive is fouled by Sean Williams. Williams only his 3rd foul, so he's definitely not in foul trouble yet. But Ray will have a chance to tie this one back up with 1:11 left in this game. On the season.
Yeah, Coach Nutt saying that Southern Arkansas's player had his foot stepped on the sideline there on that previous possession. That was Chris Cook.
Correll Ray, 75% from the line this season. And he makes the first one, misses the second. Christian Caldwell gets the rebound but loses it. No foul called.
Reggie Martin did a nice job of controlling his body, and they were going to have a
whistle
blown. They stopped him in transition. The official stops it in transition, stopping about a shot clock, and now they're going to come take a look and see where well, no, they're just going to inbound the ball right here. He was in transition, getting ready to shoot a layup. I don't know if the shot clock was going to matter anyway with 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Now they're going to talk about it again. Now they're going to have to come take a look, most likely. So I'll hop off and help the officials out.
And with that, we're going to take just a quick look at these pass plays and see what the referees are looking at. In this one, we've seen a tight contest so far. Obviously, Washita leading 91-89 up to this point. And you look at that replay, just looking at the shot clock, it wasn't able to fully start. And so now, referees taking a look to see where to set it back to. 1:10 left in this game. Washita ball. They have a chance on this next coming possession to give themselves a 2-possession lead. And while we're looking over this play, we want to take a quick second to mention that the Washita Sports Digital Network is a production of the Rogers Department of Communications. Our director is the guy sitting right next to me, Chris Babb. Alongside him, though, are our 4 student directors, Chloe Velleman, Gavin Wallace, Priscilla Leverett, and the guy that's talking to you right now, Isaac Bourne. We'd like to thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast, brought to you by Taylor King Law. And we'd also like to thank Chicken Express for providing the meal in between games tonight so that we were able to get a little bit of nourishment in us between these games.
What they were looking at, Isaac, the clock never started. Nobody wants to see us on that screen, I can tell you that. Your mama probably does. I guess my mama would too. But what they were looking at is the clock didn't start after the missed free throw as soon as it was touched. So they were taking a look. Good job by the crew in the truck, bringing them what they needed. So they reset. They put the clock at 1:04 and 7 seconds, or 7 seconds didn't start. So 1:04 on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock.
Snyder, he's got the ball.
Hats off to Gavin Wallace for helping us be able to put the clock in the corner for all the officials.
Reggie Martin looked at the 3, taking it inside, loses it. BJ Neal jumps on top of it, foul called. Almost a very costly mistake for Reggie Martin, but PJ Neal, just the effort, able to dive on top of it, draw the foul.
He started out, Sean Williams just walked out of your screen, right where Reggie Martin is right now, number 3. That's where PJ Neal started when that loose ball. And he ended up diving on the floor and being able to control possession. But you got to convert, get rewarded for your effort, make a free throw so you can make this a 3-point game.
Well, Neal unable now to make it a 2-possession game, but here, 71.4% on the season from the line, and he gets that second one to go. So now it's a 3-point Tiger lead. Not enough time yet to where you would say foul up 3.
Oh, no.
But BJ Davis going to take the long one.
Wow.
And goodness gracious, I didn't even see the net move on that make. What a shot by the senior. And this one's knotted all back up at 92.
They're going to put 41.5 on the clock. They said a 0.7 of a second ran off, so 41.5. BJ Davis said, "Coach, what play?" "I got the play for you," and he pulled up from the O in Washita, and you're right, that net did move. That was just someone making a play, and now Washita tried to do it on the other end.
Sean Williams, he's got the ball. Looking for something over BJ Davis, and he gets that one to go. Sean Williams, he's got 32 in this contest on 12 for 19 from the field.
And this whole last, 4 minutes and 38 seconds has been players just making basketball plays, trying to will their teams to the win. It was good, and now we're going to come look at another one, so I'll hop off.
Sean Williams, just a night to remember, but I keep saying that about so many players tonight. Obviously, Christian Caldwell, another one of those. He's got 29, and then BJ Davis with 28. Just both of these teams playing in a shootout contest tonight, where a lot of the times you might see a little bit of defense, and tonight there really has just been no shortage of offense. And Chris right now helping the referees to decide on where the clock will go. But I mean, looking back at that Sean Williams shot, just Davis all over him, and he's able to just make the tough shot. And when you want a championship winning team, one aspect that every team needs is you just need a guy. And a lot of the times, it's hard to explain what a guy means, but Sean Williams is a guy for Washita.
Both these teams have a couple of guys. Sean Williams, Hobart Grayson for Washita tonight. B.J. Davis and Caldwell, Christian Caldwell have been the two guys. Between those two, 58 points between Williams and Grayson. Grayson's obviously fouled out. 57 points for Caldwell and Davis for Southern Arkansas.
But you can't forget the efforts, too, of two other impact players for Washita. Reggie Martin, he's got 10, but then Gavin Snyder only taken 3 shots tonight. All of them have been threes, and all of them have gone in.
Neal doing a nice job. He knows Davis. Now here comes Ray with 3.
And Ray, no good on the shot. Christian Caldwell rebounds it. Tipped out of bounds by Reggie Martin. Rollin Belton falls to the floor early in that play. Gets stepped all over.
They're going to put 4.8. Coach Rutledge.
And now the referees come back over to the table to look back at that one. It will be Mule Rider ball. And looking back at that play, you see the ball just bobbled around. Rollin Belton falling to the ground very early in that play. Most of the time, right here, referees most likely not looking to see who it went off, because it was off a Washita player. Right there you see off Reggie Martin, but right now looks like they're going to put just about 0.6 of a second back on the clock. It'll be 5 seconds left in this one, and right now you've got one more chance if you're SAU to tie this one up and bring us up to a second overtime period, or possibly, if they can get it in for a 3, take the win. And Chris, right now, if you're Coach Mark Rutledge, which player are you dialing up for this important impact play?
Well, I mean, you could go several different ways. You have 5 points, 1 seconds. They did go put 5.1 back on the clock, or set the clock to 5.1. So you've got you've got Davis with 28, Caldwell with 29. You're going to try to get some quick action on a high ball screen to get someone diving down into the block. You got to figure Washita's got Rollin Belton out there to kind of clutter up the middle. Too high on the ball side. Now they're going down to a cross screen.
B.J. Davis taking it out, which makes you think that he could roll out for a 3. Three-pointer is good for Chris Cook. Difficult shot goes in for him, and SAU is going to take the lead. Coach Dennis Nutt using timeout here.
I think the officials called time. They want to see where the clock was.
But what a shot for Chris Cook, the 6'6" senior out of Los Angeles, California, averaging 10.8 points per game on the season. But tonight he's got 16, 6 for 9 from the field. And Washita, just a heartbreaker for the Tigers. And now they're going to put 1.8 seconds left on the clock.
1.8 is when the ball went through the net. It has to clear the net, and so it goes 1.8. And the reason Washita has that 1.8 is because our crew in the truck, Gavin Wallace, was able to have the replay system set up to give Washita that extra 0.9 seconds. And so you have 1.8. You doubled the time, and so now Washita will be able to get you. They say about 1 second per dribble. So Washita will have one dribble and be able to get a shot.
Wallace, Snyder gonna get the shot. No good off the left side of the rim.
Washita they set that play up for Sean Williams to set a screen on the baseline to draw a foul. They set Sean Williams on the baseline at the inbounds to be able to draw the foul, the charging foul, and Washita wanted it. The officials didn't get it, and that's why they ran that certain play, was to try to get Sean Williams to set the screen, see if they could get the whistle. They did not get the whistle. Coach Nutt wanted. That's a tough one for the Tigers, as they battled back, did what they needed to do, and they had a tough three-pointer. Tough three-pointer go, and that was just players making plays. We said it for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Chris Cook hit that big step back three, and it was contested. Sean Williams had a hand in the face. He just got the shot to go, and unfortunately for Ouachita, that was a tough way to end it.
And this just another heartbreaker in a sequence of those in conference play for Ouachita. Every single one of their conference losses this season have been within 10 points. They first lost to East Central by 10, then they lose to Southeastern by 3, and tonight they lose a heartbreaker in overtime at home, 95-94 to the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas. And Chris, just down the stretch of this game, you saw both teams just have their impact players, and you have to think Hobart Grayson being out for that last play had to play into it just a little bit.
Well, and regardless, it was a quality overtime period for both teams, whether Grayson was in there or not. It obviously took Ouachita 12 points in the overtime period, Southern Arkansas 13, and this was about as close as you could get. Southern Arkansas led by 8 at halftime. Ouachita outscored Southern Arkansas by 8 to tie it up. But, yeah, obviously you'd like to have Hobart Grayson, but it's not like it was an offensive struggle for Ouachita in that overtime period. Sean Williams stepped up. Sean Williams ends up with 32 points. And Grayson with 26 points and 13 rebounds, 7th double-double out of 9 games for Hobart Grayson. But it's a tough one. These two teams shot decently from the field. Ouachita shot 54.4% from the field for the game, 50% from three-point range. Southern Arkansas also shot over 50%, 52.5% from the field, 44% from three-point range. So that was a tough one. They battled back like they needed to and just had the one shot go in.
And now joining us here at the scorers table will be head coach Dennis Nutt to provide us with some commentary on how the game went today and what was just a fun one to watch. And Coach Nutt tonight, you know, not going the way that you guys wanted to, but just talking about how your team fought back into this one, looking like late in that second half, like SAU was going to keep that, you know, double-digit lead for most of the time. How do you feel like your team was able to fight in a game where it looked like all hope was lost?
Yeah, I tell you, I give our guys credit second half. First half, we were lackadaisical, just wasn't into it. I didn't like our attitude and effort for the most part. But I give our guys credit. We fought around, but gave up too many baskets through the second half, down there low. Caldwell really got us down there, giving up too many easy baskets, and it was just a hard road to get back. But I give our guys credit. We gave ourselves a chance. The kid hit a tough shot right here to get the lead. But, you know, we got to figure out. Winning is hard. You got to learn. You got to learn how that works. But if we have that fight right there we had in the second half, the whole game it's a different ball game.
And Coach, tonight you've got to talk about Sean Williams. The offense lived and died by him tonight. 32 points, just another great performance from him. What does it mean to have? Well, I was talking with Chris early in this game. What does it mean to have a guy that can go and get you a shot and a make when you need him to?
Sean's a good player. You know, he second half. You know, first half I didn't think any of us played well, but second half he really came alive for us and gave us some tough baskets. When the offense was stalling, he was the one that kind of got something to happen for us. So, yeah, I had a good night. I wish we could have finished with a win with that one.
And Coach, physical game tonight. Lots of fouls between both teams. You know, not having Hobart and then losing Devin pretty early into that overtime period. Obviously, not ideal late in that one, but just talk about how Rollin was able to step up later, and then also just playing without Hobart, how you guys were able to still jump out to that early lead in overtime.
Yeah, our guys did a good job, just kind of executed there, and I think Sean, you know, was kind of the main guy that really got us some tough baskets, made some tough finishes. Just a couple rebounds. That was one rebound away from winning that game, and just had a couple went out, you know, out of bounds. We got to secure some of those. Those are tough ones you got to get. But, man, we got to learn, got to keep working at it, and it's a long season. Hopefully we can kind of turn the corner and get us some wins.
Well, Coach Nutt, thank you so much for sitting with us on the broadcast. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's almost 10 o'clock here at Bill Vining Arena, so it's finals week. A lot of these players have finals tomorrow. But for us, this will be the final broadcast before Christmas, so Merry Christmas. So to those tuning in tonight, have a great night. And go Tigers.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.